My favorite memory with my dad is when we all got dressed up and we went to Cheesecake Factory, and then we came over here, Apex, to go to the daddy-daughter dance.
Is him and I driving 18 hours out to get my tribal identification card. And this is one of my favorite memories of my dad, just because I got to spend 18 full hours with him in a car, just him and I.
Well, one of my favorite memories of my dad actually involves some lawn work that I did for my mom, cleaning up the backyard. And as a reward, my mom said that it would be okay for me to get a hunting rifle, toy rifle, of course. I was 7 or 8 years old at the time, and my dad and I go out, and as a father-son duo, we get ourselves into trouble, and we head to the local Kmart, and I come back with 2 6-shooters, which wasn't exactly my mom's favorite idea of what I should come back with as far as a toy, but it stuck, and from that point forward, Dad and I had a special bond.
Some of the best memories I have is just seeing him relate to my kids and seeing how he react to them in a way that I didn't get to see when I was that age because it didn't register with me.
No matter if he's going to the hardware store or going to the bank, he wants to be with me.
One way that I've seen godliness in my dad is through his desire to protect me and to keep me from harm. This has changed a lot as I've gotten older, what that looks like, but I've always known that his heart behind it was to keep me safe and for my well-being.
My dad specifically has just really shown me a different picture of what adoption looks like, especially how God has adopted us as Christians. While we were still in our sin, God came and picked us up out of that muck that we were in and carried us home and loved us as his own when we didn't deserve it at all. And I just see how beautiful that is through my parents, taking these 2 little girls who had an awful home life and whose parents would never have been able to take care of them in a right way, and they just accepted them and loved them as they love me, but they are not their biological kids. So it's just really amazing to see them love and care for them, and to see my dad just play with these girls and just give me a beautiful picture of what adoption really means.
One of the ways I see godliness in my dad is his work ethic. I just really think that's important because I just can see it throughout all his life, and that's really a big inspiration for me, and I'm sure to other people. I just really respect that about my dad.
I'm just so grateful for his example, and he is definitely my spiritual hero. And just thankful that he is one that has walked the walk and talked the talk for us all to observe.
It's just been an inspiration to me, and I hope I'm half the man that he was as a godly person.
I'm an early riser, and every morning that I woke up, I saw my father on the left side of the couch reading his Bible. This was every morning that I ever saw him. And it was in his heart and it was in his head. It was important to him. And at a very young age, I learned that the Bible must be a very important book as well. And later in my life, that's where we went to for all our answers, for all our decisions were made looking in the scriptures.
When I was 17 years old, I had the opportunity to go on a road trip with a friend. And as a teenager, I had potential to get into some trouble. And I remember my dad kind of seeing